as a content writer, as an influencer, and then you've 3
Yeah,
years.
I really shied away hard. I made a hard turn years ago to not be the influencer. People always wanted to call me the traveling mom. I always wanted it to be traveling mom with a lot of different writers who represent a lot of different moms, because we're not all the same mom. I have 25-year-olds, you have 13-year-olds, so we're different. So that was my number one thing that I think worked well. The other thing was that we used to have a rule that you couldn't write about a place or a thing if you hadn't actually touched it or been there. So now we've opened that up more. We don't write about places we haven't entirely been, but if we have a roundup of something, we will include some of the places that we've been, and then we'll add in others, but disclose, we haven't been there yet. This is what we know about it. That's basically it. But we can crowdsource so much because we have so many writers.
Gotcha. And historically, you started working with PR companies and PR teams and sort of social teams. Tell me a little bit about what that was like working with them. And then if you don't mind, why you started to shift into affiliate marketing and when.
So okay, I hope I remember the whole question. So PR companies, we started working with them because in travel, you want to be invited on press trips so that you can get more coverage and you can get more content about all the different places people want to go. And that's great, except there's no financial exchange. It's kind of a dirty word to be like, are you going to pay me to come and write about your property in the Bahamas or whatever? And certainly at the level that, Travel and Leisure is even, and Condé Nast, whatever, they would not send anyone if there was a financial exchange. So for bloggers who are not journalists, it got muddy because there wasn't a qualified editorial process. And a lot of the bloggers who then started calling themselves influencers demanded money for various images and that kind of thing. And it just became contentious and weird. It just got weird. We never charged for sending a writer to a destination. We're always happy to do that. Even now, we don't do that. We send a writer. If you want to host them, that's great. But if you want to add in TikToks and you want to add in other things, there's an upsell to those things because it costs me something to produce that. But as far as sending a writer and having an article produced about that, we will do that. That's included.
Okay.
Gotcha. So because there's no financial exchange, then we had to get creative and figure out how to bring in revenue. So ads are one, but I didn't want to clutter up the site with ads, even though right now it is. The other one is to do sponsored events. So we would do a big event at Disney, and we had a lot of sponsors like Chevy and different companies, and that paid our way for quite a while. We did some sponsored content, but very little, probably less than 1%. I would say now it's more like 5% of our total content is sponsored. Why else? And I had been introduced to affiliate years ago, and I had shied away from it because to me it was, all right, you want me to advertise your product for free, basically, talk about your product for free, and you're going to pay me $1 per unit. My traffic is, at the time, 100,000 visitors a month. That math doesn't work for me. You want to pay me to put it in there, that's a different story, but it made no sense. And then 3 years ago, we just decided to dabble and take a shot and see what happens. We have a very robust Disney audience. So we put links in. We did no contextual content funnels, nothing like that. We just put the links in. Let's see if we can sell some tickets. We sold $1 million in tickets. We're like, oh, damn, we have a buying audience. So we need to sell more stuff that pays us more than 1%. Because on the $1 million in sales, we got like $8,000. That wasn't enough to run a business on either. So then we had to really scramble and pedal really fast to try to get up to speed. And so now we have 2 people working on affiliate. Breeze is amazing. She really understands intent. And instead of just going in and adding links, which we did do to some things to test out, we started talking about how content is really the holder of the links. So I'll pause there. Did I cover your questions?
You did, and I appreciate it. And so 3 years ago, you moved into affiliate marketing because you've heard of it, you wanted to start to dabble in it, you wanted to test it. You earned 1% on this one particular piece, but like what has evolved since then? So obviously you've stuck with it. You're continuing to invest in learning affiliate marketing. That's why we met each other at MarTech Record. So what have you done since that first test that continues to showcase the value of affiliate marketing and why you want to continue to pursue it?
I think the big thing that first test did 3 years ago was to tell me we have a buying audience. The women who are coming to the site are not just coming to absorb information, they're clicking through and they're interested in what we're saying because we have a trusted third-party voice. So then our next task was, well, what else will they buy? Will they buy a Vitamix? Will they buy shoes? What will they buy? Will they buy big trips from us? And so then we tested a lot of different things, and some worked and some didn't. And then we kind of caught fire with resorts. We're really good at creating a sales funnel for resorts, and the sales funnel begins with content. And I should take a step back. We also had to make a decision. Are we a site that has products that has some content, or are we a content site that has products? And we decided we are a content site that has products. We're a content site that sells some products that we believe in. And that is working well for us because of the trusted third-party voice. Also helps us with, or helps clients, because in addition to creating content that gives context to a product, we can also help them compete at an SEO level with their competitors. So we were able, with one client, to help push down another competitor. We bubble up. They're number one. We're not competing with them. But when they come to when a reader comes to that page and they want more information, they don't only want to read information from the brand itself. They want to read from a trusted third party, and we're right there. So that strategy works really well.
Amazing. So now that you have this foundation under you and you've done some of these tests, what are some of your goals for your site, specifically around affiliate marketing, kind of going into 2023?
I have a lot of goals. The big thing, I think, is to have a good cadre of partners that we can really focus on and focus on ROI for them. And I think our sweet spot is resorts, destinations. However, that said, we've been working with Shop Disney, which sells Disney-related products. And I want to test other products to see if we're successful there because of our Disney audience, or if we're actually able to sell all kinds of products. We do very well with Amazon too, because if you remember, our audience is women, right? Now we've expanded this audience 25 to 45, and we all shop at Amazon. So all we need them to do is click through, so we get the cookie, and then they do the rest of their shopping. So that works really well. So it's about that female audience more than it is the product, but I still want to find more products that fit. And then it's also about me getting sharper and more in tune with intent. I think Breeze has it, and she's always reminding me of it, but I need to be a better partner with her so that our content also speaks to that.
And how do you use any tools to help you understand that intent?
So many tools. Oh, well, intent, yes. I mean, that's all SEO research. We work with another member of our team that's all focused on SEO and content ideation and content development, content updates, all of that. And then we use a lot of tracking tools.
Great. So it's good to know about expanding and testing different types of products that are relevant to the audience that you have. What are some of the questions and challenges you're still facing in the affiliate space? Like, what do you still need to learn, or what are some gaps that you feel like you still need to fill in trying to really understand and capitalize on the opportunity that is affiliate for you as a content writer, as an influencer, as a blogger?
Well, I was looking at somebody's media kit recently, and there was some language in there. I was like, what is that? Right. So there's just terms that I don't know what that is, whether I can't think of them right now. I'll have to share that with you later. But the big challenge I have right now is it's really not about me as much as it is affiliate companies understanding if you offer me a link and a CPA, that requires time and energy on our part to not only figure out where the link should go, but to then manage it and figure out when to take that out. So it's not worth it for us to do that unless you're going to do some sort of flat fee spend up front to either promote the content we put the link in, or to create content that makes sense for the link, because there's a whole management that goes around that. There's no put a link in and run. It weighs my site down. We have 3,000 articles on the site right now. I don't need 2,000 more that don't produce traffic. Google's going to penalize me that, and then everybody loses. So I think that's the big message I would love for affiliates to get, is that a link and a CPA is not enough at my level of traffic. That's where I guess the coupon sites win, because they have 5 million visitors a month. It's a numbers game.
Yeah. And what is your traffic at now?
It's at 400.
400,000 a month?
Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, we recaptured our traffic after the rebrand pretty quickly. I was happy about that. Very happy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So what are the expectations that brands should have in working with you? There needs to be some kind of a investment of like base plus commission, right? Or
Yeah.
base plus incentive.
A
So
flat
what-
fee spend. I think that the right package is 3 articles at a minimum
Okay.
and social media spend. And not only social media, but when I say that, I'm including an email and newsletter, like all of this exposure to see what bubbles up for this audience, for this female audience. Are we speaking to them the right way? And then we figure that out, and then we double down on what's really working. But the social media marketing piece of it is really important.
Okay. That's great, Kim. Thank you very much.